Hi folks, I'm Tom from Rubber for Roofs and I'm here today to show you a step-by-step guide on how to install one of these Korniche roof lanterns. If you're interested in these, we have them on our website, readily available at www.rubberforroofs.co.uk. All that's required to install one of these lanterns is a rubber mallet to install the cappings, a tube of low modulus silicone, and today we're using Cyroflex. The only place this is used is for bonding the lantern down onto the upstand. No silicone is used during the assembly of the product. Mastic gun, drill for attaching. You get a drill bit hex fastener provided with the toolkit, so there's no need to go out and purchase one of those, and a set of wire snips. Joining us 5 minutes in on installing this skylight, you've missed all the fun and games of getting it up onto the roof, so we'll spare you that. We've taken the main bars that fit down onto the upstand and we've already clipped those together with cable ties. Don't worry about the fact it's held together with cable ties, they're simply there until we get some screws into it. There's only one place that you use any kind of sealant mastic on this Korniche lantern, and that's where it's bonding from the main frame down onto the upstand. Everything else is a clip together system, which is fabulous because we all know eventually silicone fails, but sitting between the upstand and the frame is completely protected from UV and it's going to give us a watertight seal. So I'm now going to show you exactly where the silicone goes, ready before we flip this frame back over and install it onto the upstand. The frame will drain through this frame, so it's really important that we don't put the silicone on the outside of the frame. The frame is designed just like on a UPVC sliding door, essentially weep holes that allow the water to run out. We're putting a good old bead on here because the waterproofing system we've used on this roof is Resitrix, a brilliant system, it's kind of the Rolls Royce of rubber roofing, but it does have 2.5mm laps, so there is a little bit of variation as we bond this down.
The Resitrix is probably the best system I've come across, Tom, of all the ones with the EDPMs and everything else.
It is. It's one of those systems. It's reassuringly expensive.
Yeah, but really good.
So, but if you've got the budget for it, I wouldn't use anything else.
Place it down, so
I don't quite know what the spacing looks like on this.
But only like 5mm.
That's perfect. I'll pull mine back a little bit. There you go.
Okay, yeah, go that.
And then let's drop it at that.
That looks good all the way around, Tom.
Good. Do everything. Okay, now I'm going to fit the hip rafters on here. Once the hip rafters on, and they're all pulled tight, this is going to make sure this whole thing's nice and square so the glass drops in. So we'll do that before we throw the fixing screws in. We're just assembling the hip rafters right now, and the really nice thing about this system is the way that the screws have been designed. As they go in, they pull the whole thing tight. So that's
like that.
Yeah, that's nice, that's pulled in tight. As we can see as we look down there, that's pulled in lovely and tight. This one's still loose, so let's tighten that one up. We should see that pull in.
Oh, I like that, that's a nice design.
These are brand new to Korniche, I say they came out last year. Previously, if you fitted one of these systems, you'd have had a bolt and a separate washer. They've now integrated a chamfered washer on there.
It's good, a nice little idea, isn't it?
They're always thinking, these guys, they make it, they really are trying to make it as easy as they possibly can. Right, so by the time when we put those screws in, that's going to pull the whole thing square, and then if we just look on the inside here, we've got some screws that we're going to throw in around there. The great thing about Made for Trading Korniche, they supply you with all the bits, so even the hex screw for your drivers, they throw those in the box as well.
Love that.
When you get all the kit, they all come beautifully wrapped up in foam boxes, so there's no way you're going to get any damage on these as they arrive. And there really aren't that many screws. You know, we've got these little, I think they call them fir tree fixings, which we're going to use when we snap on some of the end fixings. We've got these long screws here, which are for fitting it down onto the upstand, and then we've got some more hex fasteners, which we're going to use now for just pulling those hip rafters in, and that's it. You can have them with a white inside, a black outside. You can have them with an anthracite. We can mix and match, and there's also 3 different types of glazing with this, including an amber blue, which kind of makes it look like it's always sunny, which is quite nice for this country.
So they actually go into that plastic. Wow.
Okay.
That's really cool, like that.
Same on this side, so 2 per corner.
This is how much thought's been put into it. They've actually put a leading edge on here, and then obviously then this like kind of taper dovetail. So basically as it pulls in nice and tight.
I opened the box up and I found I've got these white flashing trims in it, and these are designed to fit over the screws. So even though when you're down in the room you're not going to see this because you're looking upwards.
It's the reflection, wouldn't
right,
it?
you see the reflection off the glass.
Yeah,
right,
you would,
right,
yeah.
Right. So they've come up with these nice little clips. There we go, just clip in, don't even need a mallet. This isn't mentioned in the manual, probably because if you fit these all day long you already know it, but whenever you're doing any kind of glazing you always have the label on the inside of the glass. That makes sure the self-clean is on the outside and you're good to go. There you go. Cable ties can come off now, they were just doing their job holding together while we were faffing about. Just slide the top in first and then it'll give us a nice little satisfying click if we do it right. This will also make sure we've got it central, so we've got to the top. It's probably just drop down a little bit as it goes in. Did you hear it?
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it.
It's done. Just again. Just support the bottom.
Oh yeah, there is.
We're on. We're on there, Tom. Going anywhere. Right. Okay.
Oh, that felt good.
It's good. Last bit of trim going on. These are our glazing beads. One note to make, they are different at either end. We've got a rectangular slot which goes at the top, and then at the bottom there's a small slot there, and that's to use to fix the corners on, which I'll show you next. When we're fitting the glazing bead on, we want this to finish flush here, ready to take our lovely corner piece with the K on it for Korniche. That's good. There we go. A little browning piece that goes on the top here, and they've even gone to the trouble of anodising the fasteners. Each corner we're going to fit, you'll have 3 little fir tree clips, an inner piece and an outer piece. One thing that's really important, and it's easy to miss, is just to drop one of those clips in the back of there. So we'll fit that in a minute, and if we look at the orientation of that, there's a little flat here, that's what's going to slide up underneath, so I'm just going to fit that now. There we go. And
That's
then
lovely and neat,
those
isn't it?
clips just pop in there. So we've got a slot, we've got a hole, the fastener goes into the hole. And there's a corresponding hole on this side. First time I fitted one as well, sold hundreds of them. First one I fitted on, getting impressed, it's great.
Okay, so there we go, job done. I think in all it took about 30 minutes to install this product. So if you'd like any help and advice on this product, please feel free to give us a call at Rubber Faroos or visit our website.